Welcome back, everybody, to the Nevada Wolfpack Dynasty. We are 0-2 to start season number 1, and so far our offense has really been the biggest issue. We did play Penn State, who is one of the top teams in the country right now, but we are averaging 279 yards per game, which is bottom 10 in the NCAA, and we only are averaging 7 points per game because of our shutout in game number 1. So we really have some, really leveling up to do in this series. And I think that a part of that is going to be trying new things, getting new players in the rotation. Marquise Ashley is very interesting. He is 89 speed, 92 acceleration, one of our most explosive players on our current roster. And we'll see if making a change at receiver, getting a guy that's got some explosion to his game, some more playing time will help. We will have a doubleheader in today's episode, and first we go up against Middle Tennessee, who lost to Wisconsin already, 72-14. This team is coming off of one of the worst games in the country. Nicholas Vadiato threw 4 interceptions in this previous game, so he's really coming in cold. So hopefully we can take advantage of that and get our first win of the series. On the defensive side of the ball, I think we've been actually playing pretty decent. There have been some big plays. We've given up big plays. One guy I want to get in the rotation is Justin Rivera here. He's another one of those young guys on this roster, and I want to see, these guys get playing time, especially the guys that are young and that have really good skill caps, so I can get some development out of them with this playing time. So Middle Tennessee State, we play our second home game before going on the road to play Western Kentucky in this episode. Let's get it underway as we are winless. Middle Tennessee beat FCS already this year, and they will start out with the football, with the return back to the 22. We'll see if our defense can come up big today as Vadiato coming off, like I said, one of the worst games that he'll probably play all season long. Here in their own territory, here's a throw across the middle on a little play action fake, and an open man across the middle will start them out with an early first down. Vadiato can throw the ball. It's just that maybe he had a bad game or two. We'll see. Here is a throw across the middle, and that is another first down. One thing that we have struggled with so far in the first couple games have really been stopping tight ends. Here is a great option call, and the keeper will get Nicholas Vadiato a gain of 20 on that carry. DJ Warnell on the tackle that time. Now back to the air, play action fake, throwing to the flats, and that is another catch. Out of the backfield this time is Jaden Krettel. Now to about the 26 for a 3rd and 1, running a man in motion. Some read option, and he keeps it, and there's a stop behind the line. And that is a great play by the defense, swarming the ball carrier, and we will get them to settle for 3. I will take it. Chuba Purdy back out onto the field here. Last week, 2 interceptions and was under pressure from Memphis late in that game. We'll see if he can bounce back today. Purdy, his first pass is going to be across the middle, maybe ill-advised a little bit, trying to force the ball to Nate Burles in the second. 3rd and 10 already. Here is a snap from the shotgun. Marshawn Brown in the slot, and he will find him open across the middle of the field. Good blocking by our offensive line, creating that clean pocket. Remember, what we want to do is establish this run as Herschel Turner is lined up next to Chuba Purdy. He gets the carry. Good block that time by our center, and we will pick up only a gain of 5. But those 5-yard runs should add up with good blocking. 3rd and 5 again. There is a throw to Marquise Ashley. I said I wanted to get him some playing time. He's going to be in on about half of the snaps at receiver today. Option this time, and the ball is on the ground, picked up by Middle Tennessee. We had space right here to make this pitch. Purdy just waits a little too long, tried to get some power on it. I think that was the issue instead of just trying to quick pitch it, and it results in a fumble. Turnovers have been the issue so far this season, as there is Amir Broussard who continues to have a great start to the season. That's a nice tackle for loss by him. Here's a throw across the middle. Vadiato will find his tight end, Daughtry, and he will step out of bounds at about the 32. And out comes the kicker again, but this time it's wide to the left. So that was from about 49 yards out. He cannot hit that one, and he's celebrating. He doesn't know that he even missed it. So here we go with great field position to start this next drive. Here is Purdy throwing across the middle. That is a catch. And that is the backup tight end. That's going to be Jaden O'Rourke, the junior tight end, as he gets that catch. And here we go, back to the run game, and there is Kai Woods. He picks up a gain of 9. Now, Kai Woods, I'm going to look to be getting him some more playing time as this season goes on. I definitely want him to stay and not transfer away, as here is Nate Burleson, who gets inside the 20. Good play design right there, and that is a first down. He was all alone. So inside the red zone now, they rush 5, this time rolling out to the right side, and we will find a receiver right there, and that is the tight end, Jace Henry. Now to the 1. Here's a handoff back to Kai Woods, and he will score. And it's a touchdown for the Wolfpack. We take the lead here in the second quarter. Good drive put together. Pretty well balanced as well. And Nevada will be on the board. So here we go on defense. Let's see if we can get some pressure on Vadiato. Remember, he threw 4 interceptions last week. And here he is trying to get rid of it. It's a sack. It's Amir Broussard, the walk-on freshman. He has been so impressive so far, and he gets the big-time sack right there. As Broussard right now leads our team in sacks technically, as he does get to the quarterback right there. And now we do get possession right back. So after that punt, we're at about the 45-yard line. Here's a stretch play, and here is Turner, who finds space. Herschel Turner to the 10, the 5, touchdown! On the first play of scrimmage on the next drive, Herschel Turner takes it to the house. I gotta give a quick shout out this time to our left tackle, number 52 right there, who just absolutely lays the boom. And that is Scott, who just uses his athleticism, gets downfield, and throws the big block. So here we go back on defense, up by 2 scores, and there is another play by Amir Broussard. Man, he has been good so far in the first 3 games. Now a 3rd and 6, Vadiato under pressure will get rid of it, and a nice tackle by Stone Combs, and they will be stopped just short of the first down marker. So 3.5 minutes to go before halftime. Turner again with another big burst up the middle. Man, Turner can really turn on the Jets when he sees some open field. He's got 81 yards on the ground. We're still in the first half here. Here's a throw across the middle. There's Marquise Ashley. That was actually kind of a dangerous throw. It ends up resulting in a gain of 6. 2-minute warning here in the second quarter here. A little bit of an orbit screen. It's Turner out of the backfield, and he gets another first down. And this is the game plan. We want to get Turner the ball in all ways possible. Here on a read option keeper, Chubba Purdy to the outside. Tackled at about the 9-yard line. Everybody on the field thought that was going to Turner. And now we're inside the red zone. Another handoff back to Turner. Tackled at about the inch-yard line. And Middle Tennessee State will call a timeout here as they're looking for one more possession before halftime. Back to Turner. He fights forward and falls in for the touchdown. This is our best half so far of the season, 21-3. And on the back of Herschel Turner, the transfer from Utah State. And it looks like he's going to have probably the best game he's had so far this year today. And Nevada takes the 21-3 lead. Vadiato, here he throws the left side. He's got his back out of the backfield. Will step out of bounds, preserving those 2 timeouts remaining. Trying to get some rotations in for the defense. As here on a 3rd and 1, here is Vadiato. And nobody's home on the outside containment. It is a first down scramble. Across the 50 now. Remember, their kicker missed from 49 yards. I think they're going to need to get to about 48 or 47 yards. That's about the 30-yard line. And they will get just on the outside there. And this time, the kicker from the right hash will hit it. So they do knock on 3 here and tack on 3 to make it a 21-6 lead going into halftime, but easily our best offensive output of the season so far for the Wolfpack. So here we go, second half action now. Up by a couple of scores. We want to keep our feet on the gas here. Here's a RPO action throw to the right side and a gain of 8 here for the Blue Raiders. And now it is 3rd and 2. This time a handoff and a first down carry. They get across the 50, but Jaden Creddle has not run the ball efficiently at all. 10 carries for 17 yards. Our defense has been showing up, but here is Creddle getting the first down and a little bit more, dragging a defender on his way to the 15-yard line just about, and he will be shaken up on that play. So inside the red zone now. Let's see if we can force a mistake. Here's a play action fake. Pressure, and the ball's on the ground. Picked up by an offensive lineman, but Vadiato goes down. And finally, some pressure by number 95, Jonathan Maldonado. He is our highest rated edge rusher on the entire roster. He has not really made an impact up to this point, but he gets his first sack of the year. 3rd and 18. Vadiato trying to get away. Sacked back at the 35. Maldonado with back-to-back sacks. Make it 2 on the year. It's funny how things can change so quickly for you. You were just considering getting some more playing time to our younger edge rushers because Maldonado has not been making an impact. And look how he responded. He is a junior as well, so we want to keep him around at least 1 more year. Here is Purdy on the next drive, option keeper. It is a first down carry. At about the 45, another carry back to Kai Woods. I wanted to keep, our running back room fresh today. So Kai Woods getting some playing time. Here's a throw to the right side. That is going to be caught. Burleson tiptoeing on the sideline. And it is going to be a first down. Caleb Ramsauer in the game now at tailback. Number 20. Here's a throw short, and that's to Marquise Ashley. And he's been busy in the first game. He's gotten some action. I can definitely see some explosion in his game. We start the 4th quarter now as we're inside the 5 at the 2. It's a 3rd and goal. The Blue Raiders, I keep saying Red Raiders, send the pressure, but Purdy will just walk this one in. Nobody was home to the outside. They were playing man coverage at the 2-yard line there. No spy. Purdy walks it in. It's 28-9 at this point with 6 minutes to go. Easily our biggest lead of the year so far as we try to close this one out. But here is Vadiato finding a receiver for a nice catch and run and a first down. They're going to need to hurry it up a little bit, down by multiple scores as Vadiato in the pocket. Under pressure, he goes down. It's Amir Broussard again. This kid cannot be blocked. He's just 18 years old, playing at the collegiate level Division I football, and the big fella, his 2nd sack today. He's just been amazing, and probably the biggest surprise of this team so far, offensively or defensively. He's just been that impressive. We get them to a 4th and 15. If they don't get it here, it's going to be the end of the game as Vadiato winds this one up, throws deep one-on-one, and this one's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, A.J. Jones here for Middle Tennessee State. A.J. Odoms, the 5th-year senior, gives up the bomb that time. He's supposed to be one of our best cornerbacks on the roster. And he's gotten burnt a couple of times like that this season. So 3.5 minutes to go in this one. Here is Purdy. Nice option keeper. Cuts upfield. Tries to get to the outside. Does not have the breakaway speed, but does get the first down nonetheless. I like how Purdy's been using his legs today. Here is an RPO over to Marquise Ashley. And we've been using him in different ways today. And it's really given us a different dynamic to the offense. Purdy now back to the ground game. It's Caleb Ramsauer. He picks up a first down and a gain of 15 yards as the Blue Raiders just continue to burn those timeouts. They've used them all at 2.5 minutes here. Here's a 3rd and 10, a dump-off pass this time to Ramsauer, and he will get stop there for a gain of 2. And we do have to punt it away as we're out of field goal range right there. 1:30 to go here for the Blue Raiders offense as they will throw across the middle. And they're going to need to hurry it up as they do pick up the first down here. They're at the 50-yard line now. Vadiato, 1st and 10, stepping up. He's just going to take off. He is mobile, and he slides down to about the 31-yard line. 3rd and 7 now at the 28. 36 seconds to go. Pressure. Vadiato throws awkwardly, and he will have his man in the end zone again. It's a touchdown, and A.J. Odoms gives up another jump ball downfield. Oh, my goodness, and now it is just a one-score game here. And now it's down to an onside kick with no timeouts remaining. The kick is going to bounce in. It bounces right into the hands of Scooby Lewis, and we will win this game by the skin of our teeth. They scored pretty much 17 points in the second half and really made it interesting there as our offense did kind of go a little stale in the second half. One thing I did going into this game is that I did change the auto subs for halfback. I'm going to change that back to default because it took Herschel Turner out of the game and he'd never returned and he wasn't hurt or anything. So I'm just going to make sure that doesn't happen again, and that's probably the reason why we did not run the ball in the second half as much as I wanted to, because Herschel Turner was out. I wanted to run the ball with him, but he would not return to the game. Despite that, 10 carries, 90 yards for Herschel Turner. That was pretty much all in the first half, and he had 2 touchdowns. Very good, efficient day running the football by our team as a whole. Nobody averaged below 4.3 yards per carry. Marquise Ashley only had 4 catches, but all of those catches were like key first downs, key, second down conversions. So I really, really like what he's going to bring to the offense, and I'm going to continue to find ways to get him the ball. But I think the story really in this game is that our defensive pass rush was really good. Amir Broussard, 4 tackles for loss, even with stuffing some runs today. And then Jonathan Maldonado finally got on the board with 2 sacks as well. And look at all these tackles for loss. We were incredible getting into the backfield today. So we get our first win of the series as we do a quick check-in in recruiting. Chet Harper is from Peoria, Arizona. He is our top recruit on the board. He is ready for a visit. Now, we do have a quarterback who is going to be visiting in week 7, but right now it's locked for that game. So we're going to have to schedule him probably week 9 or week 12. And week 9 is a rivalry game versus Boise State. Week 12 is maybe more of an easier game for San Jose. I decide not to wait, and I'm going to schedule it for Boise State, even though that's going to be a very tough game to win. And what I will try to do is kind of stack complimentary visits on the offensive side of the ball because we can only visit 4 players a week, and we don't have that many games, home games left here in conference play come after this next game versus Western Kentucky. So I'm going to make sure to stack those visits to at least get the most amount of points and hopefully get a commitment soon from him because he is one of the few players on our board that we are sending the house at. So in this second game of this doubleheader, we will go up against Western Kentucky. And Western Kentucky, a little better, I would say, than what we just saw in Middle Tennessee State's offense. Vadiato's coming off of a 4-interception game. Well, McIver, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception, like almost the complete opposite on the year. But if there's one thing that we can exploit, I think it's their defense. I don't think their defense is very good. So if there's any point that we can attack, it's really that defensive front. Run the football well, control the clock, control the game, and I think we should get our second win here of this episode. We are 1-2 coming into this one on the road for the final non-conference game of our schedule. Can Nevada go on a bit of a win streak, getting 2 straight wins, as we will kick this ball away as the Hilltoppers will receive the kickoff and they will take it back to about the 20. Let's see if our defense, especially our pass rush, can really replicate what we just did a game ago. That's going to be key today because McIver, he can throw the football really well. So here is the first play of the game. This is an RPO action over to the left side of the field. A little bubble screen right there. An easy 9 yards here for the offense. One guy I want to see make an impact is Thomas Witt, big number 99 in the middle of our defensive line. He is more of a run stuffer, but maybe he can take on blocks and free up some pass rush. Here's a throw to the right side. That's a long throw to the outside of the numbers, and that is going to be a gain of 6. McIver's going to sling that ball around as here he gives the ball off, and there is a nice tackle behind the line, and I'm going to get his name right, Dylan LaBarbera. 3rd and 7 now as McIver runs his tight end in motion. Good protection right away. McIver moves in the pocket, throws across the middle into traffic, and somehow it is a catch. Stone Combs there could not break up the pass. So now here's another throw to the right side, up in the air and almost intercepted. Falls to the ground harmlessly as that brings it to a 3rd and 7. Can get the offense off the field. We send pressure, and it gets to the quarterback. It's Najee Logan, the senior linebacker. Free blitzer that time. That was a really good blitz. And we do get them to punt the ball away. That's a win for the defense. Out onto the field is Herschel Turner in this offense. Turner coming off of a 90-yard, 2-touchdown game. He is healthy, and the auto subs are corrected, so he shouldn't be subbed out as much. Here's a throw out to the left side. Turner fighting forward and does pick up the first down. The one good thing about Turner is that he is a dual threat. He can run the football as well as pass or catch the pass out of the backfield as well. 1st and 10 again. Here's a deep shot looking for Marquise Ashley. Knocked away. If Purdy puts more air under that one, that's 6. 2nd and 10 now. Back to the ground game. Turner with the quick burst up the middle. That's an easy gain of 7 for him. Now 3rd and short. Everybody in the stadium knows who this is going to. It's a carry. Turner, quick burst up the middle. It's his longest run of the game so far. And a first down carry for the freshman, the redshirt freshman. Giving him a breather. Kai Woods in the game. Here is Marcus Bellin, the senior receiver, as he picks up 10 yards. He has been quiet so far this year, but he is the most experienced receiver in this core. Here is Purdy now inside the 5. This is a 3rd and 4 as Herschel Turner is lined up next to him. He's going to get the carry, fighting forward, and he picks up enough for the first down. He needed 4. He got about 4.5, and now we're at the half-yard line. Back to Turner. Turner fights forward. It is a touchdown. An excellent drive by the Wolfpack, and we will take the 7-0 lead here on the road after a nice stop by the defense, and our offense converts. Into the second quarter already, so 1 possession by each team in the first. Here's a throw across the middle. McIver has a receiver for a first down, and he hasn't looked bad so far today. It's just that we had a couple of nice stops on the first drive. Here's a screen pass out to left side and another first down for this Western Kentucky offense. You know, one thing we need to get better at, our cornerbacks need to react to the pass a little bit better. When the ball is in the air, it seems like they just stand around right now, and that's something that we do need to work on in recruiting. Get some guys that do react to the pass well. Here is pressure on McIver, and we do get the sack. It's LaBarbera again. And he gets to the quarterback, rushing off of that left edge. He has been really good this year, actually. If Maldonado and LaBarbera can come through consistently in the same game, this pass rush is going to be scary. Here's Broussard coming after the quarterback. It's a sack. Another one for the freshman. There's no words to describe what Amir Broussard is doing. He's already taken over the starting job at defensive tackle, rushing the passer. He's been incredible. 3rd and 23 again. And it's Broussard who gets there first. Cleaned up by number 34 in the secondary. And we do get to the quarterback again. It's incredible what we're doing here. Barnes-McGee cleans up there after Amir Broussard gets there first. But Broussard is just amazing. Even when we control him or if we don't, I mean, it's just crazy the production that he's giving our defensive line. So here we go back on offense. Here's a throw across the middle. There is Marshawn Brown. I just love what he does for us. He's the big body in this receiving core. And that's a nice throw once again as we see the replay right there. So now we get to about the 46-yard line. Here is Purdy. Once again, throwing it up. It's Marshawn Brown, and he plucks it out of the air. It's the Marshawn Brown show. I just love seeing highlights of Marshawn Brown. Only 82 speed, but he can just do things like this. Nobody else can do that on our roster right now. Hopefully we can retain him in the future, and that's the reason why we're playing him so much. He is special. Speaking of special, that's a nice catch by Nate Burleson, but he was out of bounds. It's a 3rd and 9 now. Pressure up the middle. There's a nice throw. It's Chase Henry who gets inside the 10. I've been looking for Henry to make an impact with this team, and he does get inside the 5 right there with the catch. But now here we are at the end of the first half. The Hilltoppers starting to call some timeouts here to preserve some clock for their 2-minute drive. But we got to punch it in here. Purdy running Burleson in motion this time. Here is a RPO action over to Henry, and that one is stuffed. And the Hilltoppers will call the timeout, and it's 4th down and goal at the 3. We do elect to go for it here. We got to punch it in here from the 3. Our run game has been strong, but we're going to pass here. Here is Purdy throwing to Turner, and he just gets caught up on that arrow route, doesn't run it fully, gets bumped at the line of scrimmage. And now the Hilltoppers take over at their own 3. Here's McIver under pressure. It's a safety. The secondary finally makes a play, and it's DJ Warnell, the senior safety. I've been waiting for somebody in the secondary to make an impact play, and there is Warnell getting after the quarterback, and we have 2 points on the board. So it is 9-0 here with 1:20 to go and possession. Here is Purdy throwing to the right side. He's got Burleson the second. Good position on that route, by the way, by Burleson. He converts there. We have all 3 timeouts. Here's a throw to the right side. It's Turner out of the backfield. Another 1st down for the offense. Plenty of time to work with here. 50 seconds, all 3 timeouts. Here is a carry, and that's Herschel Turner who picks up another 1st down. He looks like he's headed for a 100-yard day, barring he doesn't get subbed out this time. Purdy now, it's an option keeper up the middle, and the ball is on the ground. It's picked up by Western Kentucky. Oh, man, what a way to ruin a perfect drive right there. Purdy, actually a good read to keep the ball and actually follows his blocks. And then it looks like number 11 there just pokes it out, just punches it out, and it's on the ground. And that's how we will go into halftime. It's a 9-0 lead here for Nevada. But if we do more of the same in the first half, we will hold on for a victory. Here is Marshawn Brown. That's an excellent throw on the back shoulder of him, by the way. And Brown takes it for a 1st down. We come out here with 5 wide again, now at the 45-yard line. Here is Purdy. He drops back. He gets hit, and this one's intercepted. He tried to buy time, and we dropped back way too far on that one. That was probably a little bit of user error. There was a crossing route wide open. We tried to wait for the deeper route, and that did not work. So now Western Kentucky has possession with a chance to bring this within a 2-point game with the touchdown. Here's a carry, and it's a big carry. A couple of broken tackles, still on his feet inside the 15-yard line. I guess we have to work on tackling as well as coverage. Now at the 14-yard line, it's a 3rd and 9. McIver trying to get out of the pocket, and he gets brought down by freshman number 53. That is Justin Rivera, who gets his first career sack. And we do get them to settle for 3 on this drive, but I'm not happy with what we just did on the last possession. We got to be smarter. Here is Purdy now, looking to get into the end zone on this drive, as we haven't scored since the first drive of the game on offense, and we have to punt it away right here in the second half again. So here is McIver now back on offense, and there is a catch and a 1st down. DJ Warnell is shaken up on the play. So now close to the 50. McIver throws short, and it's another crossing route for a 1st down. They have been using these crossing routes quite a bit today, and it's been confusing the linebackers. Here is McIver, though. Nobody's home, and nobody expected him to keep that one. And that's going to be a first down. And now they're inside the 20-yard line. It's a fresh set of downs here. Handoff. Look at the block by 50. Around the edge. It's a touchdown. A.J. Odoms, I'm not sure what happened on that play. He made the tackle in the end zone, but could have made the tackle before that. And now Western Kentucky has the lead. It's 10-9. I feel like we've been dominating this game. There is a huge block that time as Herschel Turner gets flung for a big gain on the ground. And that is going to bring us to the fourth quarter. Nevada needs to pull this one out. Here is Purdy thrown across the middle. That's going to be caught. And that is going to be a first down by the senior, Marcus Bellin, as we're close to the 50-yard line. Here's a throw to left side. That's a great catch by Burleson on the sideline. And it's a first down. 8:50 to go here in the fourth. Play action fake by Purdy. He's going to roll. He's going to dump it off to Herschel Turner, who breaks a tackle. Does pick up 6 on that play. So now it is 3rd and 4. Running, Brown in motion. Handoff. Herschel Turner is flung free inside the 10. He gets tackled at the 5. He's hit the century mark for the first time this season. 17 for 120 for the redshirt freshman. Back to the ground game. It's Turner who fights forward. A gain of 3, and that's enough for a touchdown. Finally a complete drive. The first touchdown since the first offensive drive of the game. That's incredible to me because we've had a couple of nice drives that just resulted in, unfortunate events, either a turnover or whatever. But here we go for 2, and we're tackled at the 1. Herschel Turner is down. He does get up, so it might be a little minor. But we have the 5-point lead with 4.5 to go. Here is McIver now, throwing across the middle, a wide open man. How does one get that wide open? He's tackled at about the 33-yard line. Play action fake. McIver throws across the middle, and that is a catch and a first down. Najee Logan had his back turned on that one, and he gets caught looking in the backfield, I think. Now McIver at the 10. 2nd and 4 carry. And this is going to be a first down. Somehow, George Hart fought for the first down and gets to the 4-yard line through 3 tacklers. Back to Hart this time, and a tackle in the backfield. That is big number 99, Thomas Witt, the senior. 2nd and goal now. The backup tailback in the game, and this time it's not going to work. It's Witt again. I said I've been waiting for him to make some plays, and he makes 2 right there. It's a 3rd and goal. Dump-off pass to the tailback. Gets back to about the 5-yard line, maybe the 6. And now it is 4th and goal. They have all 3 timeouts. They're going to preserve them here and get the snap off. Here's McIver throwing it up for grabs. It's knocked away. So now we have all 3 timeouts. Both teams do. And we're going to look to run the football here, run some clock. Kai Woods and Herschel Turner next to next to Chubba Purdy, and he gives to Turner and picks up a gain of 6 as Turner, his wear and tear is a little high at this moment. That brings us to a 3rd and 5, and look who's at quarterback. It's Nate Burleson the second. Is this going to be some type of option? No, he's going to pass it. He's going to find Jace Henry, and he's going to convert the first down. Nobody saw this coming. I think the cornerback that was guarding Henry thought that was just going to be an option, and then he saw it as a pass play and reacted so slowly. And that's how we will hold on to win this game 15-10. What an awkward score. Wow. Nevada gets their 2nd win of the episode and the 2nd win of the season to bring us to an even 500, 2-2 through non-conference play. As you can see in this episode, this team has improved from our first 2 games, and we've learned from a couple of mistakes. We are still not a mistake-free football team. We're definitely far from that. But we are making strides in the offense, finding different weapons. Herschel Turner, his first 100-yard game of the episode, of the series, I should say. and he's been really, really good. You know, one thing that I do want to make sure, though, is that we do have another back like Herschel Turner that can be as explosive. I like what Kai Woods can be. So I'm going to give Kai Woods some playing time as well, get him some carries. Just in case of injury, you got to make sure you have that depth. But Amir Broussard, what else can you say about him? I mean, he is just amazing. Back-to-back great games for him. He had 1.5 today, 2 sacks in the game before. And look at all of the pressure we're getting on the quarterback, and that is just what's giving us these victories here in this episode. It's really the pressure, really applying that pressure, really relieving the pressure of the offense. And I think we had a really good bounce-back episode from our first 2 games. So going forward, we're going to be hopping into Mountain West Conference play. A couple of really tough opponents to start our Mountain West play as well. But, you know, one thing I just want to highlight here is that, you know, a lot of these players have these deal breakers for brand exposure, including Herschel Turner. So there's no guarantee that Herschel Turner will remain with the team beyond this year, especially since our brand exposure is going to be bad. So if we want to retain these guys, we're going to have to win now, and that is going to be the goal. We're not going to work on rebuilding here this season and playing young guys. We want to put out the best team possible. And right now, I think that we are playing our best players possible at pretty much every position, but there are a couple of positions that do need an improvement here, like tight end. Jace Henry has had a couple of catches so far this year, but it hasn't really had a big impact that I'm hoping to have with the tight end. So we have Riley Langley, who is right now a sophomore. You know, he is pretty maxed out, but I think that he's just a better option at tight end. He has better hands. He's a better route runner, is more athletic. He's 76 speed in comparison to Jace Henry, who's only 72 speed. So we are going to make a change at depth chart and give Riley Langley a start and see where it goes from there. So that's going to do it, as we will head into Mountain West play at 2-2. And as you can see, there are no winless teams in this conference. It's going to be very, very competitive this season. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. Let me know what you guys think of this team down below and what you think of the series. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.